Hey guys, James back with a special guest this time around. I'd like to introduce all you guys to Deep Thought.
Greetings, my denizens of the World Wide Web. After searching far and wide, high and low, I have successfully been summoned to this plane of existence.
Well, here we are. So what do you want to talk about, Deep Thought?
Well, I have a theory about Princess Celestia.
A theory? About Sunbutt? Please, tell me more.
Well, we both know she rules over Equestria and that she rises and sets the sun every day, not to mention rising and setting the moon when her sister was gone, doing that particular act for 1,000 years. I, however, believe there is more to her than just ruling Equestria and rising and setting the sun. And, of course, the moon once upon a time. You see, I happen to believe that not only is she an ENTJ, but much like certain powerful superheroes, she's holding back on us.
This might be true. Of course, Princess Celestia has been shown over time to have great power, more than most, if not all, beings inside and outside of Equestria. Although she has lost battles against Nightmare Moon and even Queen Chrysalis in the past. Why is this? Well, I agree with Deep Thought. Sometimes it's keeping her from using her full power, even on foes such as Chrysalis.
I must ask you, though, before we continue on and further look into things. With how most characters act according to their name in some way, shape, or form, what does the name Celestia mean to you? Keep in mind, had it just meant the sun, much like Luna means moon, her name would be different. So, why Celestia?
Well, the word celestial, which I'm assuming the name Celestia is based off of, shows things that are either related to heaven or God, or relating to the sky. Celestia definitely has to do with the sky, but what about my first description? It shows Princess Celestia as a godly figure and all-powerful, maybe even religious being. That makes sense that she has a lot of power in Equestria for 1,000+ years.
The meaning is, yes, heavenly or of the heavens, which is why we see her in the, shall I say it, celestial realm. I mean, really, what else do you call the place Twilight was brought up in order to be turned into an alicorn? Of course, in Season 5, we now see Luna has something similar with her dream realm, but Celestia has the heavens, the sun, in all likelihood, the stars. Ever heard of the phrase, Rage of 1,000 Suns? Now, conspiracy theory of the Canterlot wedding aside, had Princess Celestia truly used her full power, or even half of her power, she likely could have destroyed all of Equestria. Mind you, some part of me thinks she was in on it, but even if she wasn't, she may be powerful as we both can agree on, but she certainly isn't omnipotent.
She is extremely powerful, that's for sure, and it's entirely possible that she holds back most of that power. But here's a question. How did Celestia even get all of the power that she has? I think it's from the elements of harmony, as Celestia is seen as a leader of the main six's activities. When finding Lowe's with Luna, they used their newly found power to abolish Discord and encase him in stone. Discord's magic is obviously very strong, as it can turn the entire state of Equestria into a messy mess. Celestia's magic must be a lot stronger than Discord's, enough to turn him to stone, and it could possibly total to much more than that.
You could say it's from the elements of harmony, sure, but the elements of harmony isn't what gives her that power. I mean, look at how powerful Twilight is alone without the elements of harmony, versus when she puts on the elements of harmony. With Celestia, there are two things. One we can blame the fans for, which is their whining about characters being too powerful. After all, that was the primary freakout of the fans when Twilight became an alicorn. The second thing is Celestia is, as of this point, has made about, 3 mistakes, 2 of which are contrary to friendship. When first with Sombra, she tells Twilight to do it alone, and again with T-Rex. Which makes me believe Celestia needs some friendship lessons herself.
First off, I will say that I am a supporter of Twilight being an alicorn. I feel it shows progression and reward with the plot instead of making the characters more powerful, and I will admit, Twilight is definitely more powerful when she is an alicorn, but so are her enemies. Look at Tyrek. But, rambling aside, I do feel at least some of Celestia's strength comes from the elements. I'll back this up using 2 specific scenes, when Celestia and Luna encase Discord in stone, and Celestia banishing Nightmare Moon. At both points, she was seen using the elements to complete both tasks.
True, but the first time it was Celestia and Luna, and the second time Luna lost her harmony, therefore she was unable to use them, whereas Celestia for the last time picks them up to banish her sister. Then I think it was Celestia and Luna who dealt with Sombra, and Celestia and Luna who also helped deal with T-Rex the first time. The banishment of Luna was the last time we ever saw Celestia wielding the power of the elements of harmony. I would see it more like Superman, where she gets her power from the sun, yet even then, that is also watered down. Now, if we were to go with your element theory, would the loss of connection to those elements also mean a large chunk of Celestia's power gone as well?
Not necessarily. I feel that, just like the main six, Celestia gets her power from the spirit of the elements. The two scenes I mentioned earlier just show that Celestia has used the elements of harmony in some form or fashion. Here's something earlier you mentioned, though. What if Princess Celestia did get her power directly from the sun? It's very possible, as for one, it's her entire namesake, and secondly, this makes sense with the limitless power idea as well, as the sun provides unlimited energy until it goes out, of course. It can also explain why she purposefully holds back, as such power can murderize everything in existence. And yes, I checked, murderize is an actual word. Look it up. What do you guys think?
Does Princess Celestia get her power from the sun, the elements of harmony, or something different? Does she even hold back on her power at all? We'd love to hear your opinions.
But for now, this is James, and Deep Thought, signing off until next time. James back with the second part to our little...